That immigration deal being negotiated on Capitol Hill may have been derailed this morning after those comments by the president that have sparked widespread condemnation, with the president using an expletive to describe Africa and Haiti. And adding to the firestorm, it's been 8 years to the day since that massive earthquake devastated Haiti. Today, that painful anniversary overshadowed as officials from the island nation and around the world lash out at President Trump. This morning, a bitter backlash after President Trump referred to Haiti and African nations as S-hole countries during a meeting on immigration Thursday.
This remark by the President of the United States smacks of blatant racism.
Now, Haiti's ambassador to the U.S. vehemently condemning the remarks, summoning a U.S. official to explain them. The ambassador slamming Mr. Trump, saying either the president has been misinformed or he is miseducated. According to a Democratic aide, the president was meeting with a bipartisan group of lawmakers Thursday at the White House when he asked about people from Haiti and Africa, saying, "Why do we want these people from all these S-hole countries here?" Before suggesting the U.S. should have more people from places like Norway, whose prime minister he met Wednesday. "Why do we need more Haitians? Take them out," he said, according to two sources briefed on the conversation. Someone else in the room responded, "Because if you do, it will be obvious why." Those words infuriating Democrats and Republicans alike. Republican Congresswoman Mia Love, the daughter of Haitian immigrants, calling the comments unkind, divisive, elitist. President Trump's former rival Jeb Bush tweeting, "I hope today's comments were just a crass and flippant mistake and do not reflect the hateful racism they imply." Others speaking out overnight.
I condemn the comment. If it's reported as true, I condemn it. I don't agree with it at all.
On the cover of this morning's New York Daily News, this colorful headline and illustration. A White House spokesman not denying the president made the remarks, but trying to clarify. Certain Washington politicians choose to fight for foreign countries, but President Trump will always fight for the American people. Still, the comments could make Democrats less likely to compromise on immigration. On Thursday, a deal seemed close for a period of time, but the White House and many conservatives weren't on board.
We still think we can get there, and we're very focused on trying to make sure that that happens.
And another controversy brewing this morning. President Trump has canceled a trip to London planned for next month. In a tweet, the president blaming his move on former President Obama, whom he accused of moving the U.S. embassy to a new location. But that embassy move was actually a Bush administration decision. Many of President Trump's policy decisions have been unpopular in Britain, and officials there had expressed concerns over the potential for protests. Savannah and Hoda.
And Kristen, back to this comment by the president that took place in the meeting. I mean, the White House isn't denying it. We know that. How are they handling it? I mean, they've been in these kinds of controversies before.
Well, that's right. And they're saying, look, this is about getting tough on immigration. And as you point out, though, Savannah, many say this latest controversy is just not surprising. Remember, the president launched his political career by suggesting President Obama wasn't born in the United States, something that many saw as racist. In his first official campaign speech, former candidate Trump said some Mexican immigrants were bringing crime to the U.S. and were rapists. And just recently, in the wake of the white nationalist rallies in Charlottesville, the president seemed to equate the counter-protesters to the white nationalists, saying there were very fine people on both sides. Now, the White House again insisting these latest comments about Haiti and Africa are not about race, but rather about getting tough on immigration, but an ongoing political problem for this White House. Savannah and Hoda.
We'll see how it plays out today. Kristen, thank you.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.